welcome to the Hts Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. The Epoll is brought to you by the Labrie Cooperative Credit Union.
We're here for beginnings, endings, and everything in between. For the startups, the slow starts, for the early risers, and the end-of-day finishers. For the career jugglers, high flyers, and for everyone who's ever had a goal or chased a goal. It's why we're here. Here to help you plan, track, and execute your goals so you can own a better tomorrow. Labrie Cooperative Credit Union. One member and one goal at a time. Call us today. Telephone 459-6900. Labrie Cooperative Credit Union. We are not a bank. We are better.
The lower house of Parliament has debated and voted on the amendment to the Drug Prevention and Misuse Act. The amendment would make it legal for one to possess 30 grams or less of marijuana. The move has been welcomed in some quarters, while others have argued that it's not gone far enough. However, some conservative members of society have been critical of the move towards liberalizing the use of marijuana. So we ask, do you think that the amendment to the Drug Prevention and Misuse Act is a step in the right direction? We tallied the numbers on our voting platforms, and here's how you voted. 70% said yes, and 30% said no. We also took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
Definitely a right move. A lot can be done. More can be done about it. A lot of more studies, At the same time, taxes can be collected off the sales. It can be controlled. So many of the other countries are already into that, and I think it's a way forward, and it's also a way to, bring back some income into the economy.
Yeah, that's the best thing we ever had in St. Lucia, because Jamaica, Barbados was so hard on the marijuana, and now check it, all of them feeling happy now. So that is the best thing now for us in St. Lucia right now there.
En commencement on est là, mais nous besoin impliquer ça, nous besoin ça faire conserver ça, nous besoin ça planter export tout, mais caminer là en bas économie. So nous besoin faire qu'on les autres pays à faire là.
Yes, I think it's a move in the right direction. I only hope when it's commercialized that the farmers benefit from it, unlike what happened with the banana industry, where GIS made all the money and the farmers only got a pittance.
And I think the government need to look at avenues to capitalize on legalizing the marijuana, because if you don't, it's going to lead to negative effects for those who make a living off selling that. All right? It's not condoning selling it, but let's be real. We have an economy where people survive and feed their families off of it. All right? So the positive is the police should have more time for serious crimes and allow a man, you can harass a man for one joint or have him sitting in prison for one joint. Okay? That is the good part of it, I'm saying. Anything else, let's wait for the parliament to do what they have to do.
I mean, there's a growing industry there, and why shouldn't we benefit from it? I'm just hoping that the persons who have been victims over the past years, especially the Rastafarians, they are the ones who will be very prominent in the business aspect of the decriminalization.
But at the same time, if that's the way the world is moving, then we just have to follow the trend. But most importantly, the legislation has to be passed in order for that to happen. But when it comes to expunging the records of criminals, of those who are convicted for marijuana, personally, I feel that expunging the records will go a long way, but it would alleviate the population at Bodley for sure. That I would support. If it has to cut down the population, at least with about 20, 30, 40 of them going, that would be good for us. But if that's the way the world is going, so be it.
Thanks for those responses. Now to our new discussion. The churches in St. Lucia have come in for some criticism of their perceived silence on the COVID-19 situation. The Seventh-day Adventist Church in St. Lucia announced the suspension of all in-person services to avoid the spread of the virus among members, but fell short of calling on the public to take steps to avoid becoming infected by the virus. Other denominations have said little on the pandemic outside the walls of their churches. The head of the Roman Catholic Church in St. Lucia, Archbishop Robert Rivas, though, is on record imploring St. Lucians to get vaccinated and to follow the protocols. So we ask, should the churches in St. Lucia play a greater role in the effort to bring COVID-19 numbers under control? Voting is easy. Just log on to htsstlucia.org or Facebook at HTS St. Lucia Official and vote. Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and a new discussion.